Alright, so we are in a bit of a hurry today. So we're going to do the vegan spinach and cashew ravioli. We're going to have Chinese broccoli. So I've got the water already going here on trying to warm that up. The ravioli, we're just going to add some tomato sauce to it. I'll show you how to do that because we can save an extra pan. We don't need really a separate thing of tomato sauce. We're going to put that into there later. This is going to be for the Chinese broccoli. Standard thing for my greens here. I'm going to have that. This burner runs a bit hot, so we're going to warm that up a little bit. I want to get my red chili flakes in here. Definitely great with greens. Get some chilies. Again, carefully measured to taste. These are pretty hot. We want to really roast them a little bit in the oil there so that we can get that flavor into the oil, and we'll come back to that. We're going to get this Chinese broccoli washed. What I like to do with these is I take a few of these. You can see how we've got these leaves here and the stems here. This much stem we've kind of got to get rid of. It's really too tough, so I'm cutting about that much of it out. Here I'm going to trim the stems off of the leaves, and that will probably be okay right there. Into the water, so we'll do that for all of these. Get some stems off. Sometimes those stems are pretty good. If they're too thick, they're not really going to give us a good result. Leaving the leaves whole. Chinese broccoli, it's really good if you can get it. So it's been soaking for a couple of minutes. We'll just get that out. Let's give it a little one final rinse. It looks like this is boiling, so what the hey? Let's get some ravioli in there. So interesting note that sometimes these things will stick together in here. Don't try to pull them apart because they will actually break open and we'll lose the filling. So just leave them whole. They will usually separate in the water when we throw them in. So water's going. I think I'm just tempted to add just a little tiny bit of salt to this water because we're going to use a little bit of this water from these actually later on. These can go in here. These really, I don't need to cook them right now. I could wait because they only need, let's see, 3 to 4 minutes. So we can see those are starting to boil back up again. And do about 3 or 4 minutes there on the boil. It's easy to overcook them. You don't want them all to break up and disintegrate, so we don't want to overcook these. I'm just using this so I can gently make sure they get kind of cooked on both sides a little bit, push them in a little bit. These are really getting dark. You can see how the oils change color with these chili flakes, so time for this into there. Sometimes we're going to start this with the lid and take it off later. Sometimes chili flakes are going to put all this chili smoke into the kitchen and everybody's coughing. But we'll just turn it down a little bit and we'll get that a little bit with the lid. And tofu we're doing here also, kind of separate video, but I'll show you that it's included. And here these are getting close. Give them another minute and we'll get ready to drain them off. So usually with pasta, we're actually going to add cold water to this. But I'm going to be adding cold tomato sauce. So we don't need cold water. But I am keeping some of this water here. And you can see this, some of this water. Let's see how much we need to keep of this. Not too much. There's a little bit of starch in that water and the sauce a little thick, so that's probably good enough right there. So let's get that over here. Let's just add in some of this here sauce. We can throw these in here. And then I didn't put any oil in this. I should probably put a little bit so they don't all stick together. Just kind of wiggle these around a bit. And you can see that, but that's done. There's a little bit of heat left underneath here. I already turned it off. But there's still going to be a bit of heat residue in there. Fairly thick sauce. This is a quick meal. We're not messing around with that. Let's check on these guys. So I think that might be You know what, these are a little tougher, so I'm going to push the lid thing. Again, we want to keep these nice and bright and green, but we're going with the lid for a little bit longer, and then we'll take the lid off so they don't overcook. Tofu is still just cooking away, happily sizzling, staying on a medium heat. We're just going to leave that. It's going to be the longest thing it takes. Now we're going to get into the salad. Okay, we are totally maxed out on this. You can see, hard to know with the color how it finally shows up, but you can see these have changed color slightly. So I think they'll be cooked. I've just turned this down. I'm going to turn it off. There's still a lot of heat coming through. Turned it off and I've got the lid off. That's going to actually reduce the cooking here. So I kind of want them to not get much more than this. But I do want them to be tender. And in a minute I'm going to add a little salt to that. A little bit of salt on here. Mix that up before serving. Now that it's cooled down, we could almost put a lid on that. Ravioli done. Salad done. Compost in the compost bin. Bits of peels and stuff, and this cardboard thing that'll go in there.